U.S. defense officials say that massive bomb wiped out a cave and tunnel sanctuary controlled by ISIS. It killed 36 of its fighters without any civilian casualties. But U.S. forces are basically being second-guessed. Liberals now demanding answers. They want to know why the military and the president went ahead with this bomb. They're asking the Pentagon to explain it. Pentagon responding, saying its commander in Afghanistan did not need President Trump's approval to use this bomb. The president said earlier today that he removed the military's restraints.
What I do is I authorize my military. We have the greatest military in the world, and they've done a job as usual. So we have given them total authorization, and that's what they're doing. And frankly, that's why they've been so successful lately. If you look at what's happened over the last 8 weeks and compare really to what's happened over the last 8 years, you'll see there's a tremendous difference.
Just to clarify, that soundbite was from yesterday. The president again saying it today. Joining me now, former U.S. ambassador to the UN and Fox News contributor John Bolton. Ambassador, first for this bombing, will it stop ISIS? Will it basically demoralize them? Will it stop them? Or will it cause them to basically cohere again in the region and recruit more?
Well, I think they've certainly now got to adapt to what they saw happen to this network of tunnels, not to mention 36 to 48 of their colleagues. And it was intended to have that effect. It appears to have succeeded. I think ISIS in Syria and Iraq's got to look at this very seriously. But ISIS and al-Qaeda in Afghanistan and other places where they might resort to tunneling into mountainous areas have to be very worried. And one should ask, why is it, since this particular kind of bomb has been in operation, in service since roughly 2008, that for the last 8 years there was never an opportunity to use it. I think whatever the technical argument about the delegation of authority is, the Pentagon wasn't going to use it when Obama was president. Now they are. You combine this with the retaliation for the Syrian chemical weapons attack, and I think the signal around the world is very clear. Let's pick up on your point there, Ambassador. The media is attacking Trump, saying he overreacted. We know their argument is, well, there are 600 ISIS fighters in Afghanistan. But ISIS has been recruiting, as you point out, in the region to get bigger. The U.S. warplane strikes are the most in 3 years. But, you know, here's the problem, and this is to your point. There's been flip-flopping in Congress on this. We know that the Democrats were saying, you know, basically they're for it and against it. The same for the GOP. We're going to show that F-screen in a moment. What are your thoughts about that? Well, I don't think they needed any congressional authorization, that's for sure. And I think really the judgment that the military makes and that President Trump has said he makes is you use the weapons in the circumstances that you need to protect American interest. And I think it was fully justified in both cases. And you're right, there's a lot of flip-flopping among the politicians, but from the president's point of view, he has to take the steps he deems necessary to protect America and protect its service members.